Hey everyone, welcome to this video by Simplilearn. In today's session, we're going to learn all about Angular data binding. But before we begin, if you haven't subscribed to our channel already, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to never miss an update. So now, without further ado, let's begin. So here's what's in store for you. First, we'll understand what exactly data binding is. Next, we'll understand the types of data binding, that is interpolation and property binding, event binding, and two-way data binding. So let's begin. What exactly is data binding? Now, I'm sure you must have heard the term data binding quite often. Now, data binding is what is responsible to ensure consistency between the view and your component. So it allows an internet user to manipulate all the web page elements in the web browser. And it employs dynamic HTML and does not require any sort of complex scripting or programming. It is generally used for web pages that contain interactive components like calculators, tutorials, and games. And lastly, it ensures incremental display of a web page. Now, in simple terms, what I'm saying is that data binding ensures that any change made in the UI of the application is also reflected in the component and vice versa. By doing so, data binding ensures consistency throughout the application. So now let's have a look at the different types of data binding. First up, we're going to be learning about interpolation and property binding, next event binding, and then the two-way data binding. So what exactly is interpolation and property data binding? Now when it comes to interpolation binding, it ensures that the values are reflected from the components to the DOM. In this technique, text representing variables and components are placed between double curly braces in the template. So Angular finds the variable matching the text in the component and replaces the text with the actual value assigned to that particular variable. So this could be numbers, strings, etc. So to understand this better, let's look at a simple demo. Back in my VS Code, I've created a simple Angular project and then created a folder called binding. Alright, and I've displayed the message welcome on the screen here. So now in my component.ts file, I'll create a variable. Let's call it name. Say public name equals, and I'm going to assign the value Simplilearn to it. Alright, and here in my HTML, for interpolation, what I'm going to do is, as mentioned earlier, I'll have to include the variable name within curly braces, right? So I'll say welcome to, and within curly braces, I'm just going to say name. Alright, and to just beautify the code, I'll just center align everything. I'll just say style. Now here in the browser, we can see welcome to Simplilearn being displayed. As you can see, this part is being replaced by the value of the variable name, which is Simplilearn. Alright. We can also add another one. Let's just create another variable and saying public. I'm going to say topic and let me say data binding. Alright. And in my HTML file, I'll create and I'm going to display another message saying welcome to the topic tutorial. So topic here must be replaced by its value. Alright, so let's see that. So let me just save this and have a look at the browser. So here you can see that welcome to the data binding tutorial is being displayed. So this is a simple example of interpolation binding. So now moving on to property binding. Now again, property binding is a one-way mechanism that lets you set the property of a view element. Now it involves updating the value of a property in the component and binding it to an element in the view template. And property binding uses the square braces syntax for data binding. So now let's have a look at the simple demo. So now I'm going to be creating an image variable, and I'm going to provide the path to my logo.png in my assets folder. So let me just say /assets/logo.png. Alright. And now back in my HTML file, I will create a simple image tag, image, and then I'm going to use property binding for the source property, and source equals image. Alright, and now just to beautify the code, I'm just going to provide some styling. With some height and width. And I've also provided the CSS styling for center. So now once you save the file and have a look at the browser, you can see that the image is being displayed with the help of property data binding. Now you could argue that instead of using property binding, you could have just used interpolation binding. Now, however, there is one drawback using interpolation binding. Interpolation binding can only be used for string values. When you want to bind Boolean values, property binding is a better option. Next up, we have event binding. So this data binding type is used when information flows from the view to the component when an event is triggered. So what happens is that the view sends the data from an event like the click of a button to be used to update the component. It is the exact opposite of property binding, where the data goes from the component to the view. So again, the event could be a mouse click or a key press. So now let's head to VS Code. So here I'm going to be creating a button for the click event. Alright, so let's just create a button. Okay, and I'm going to display the message subscribe to Simplilearn on it. Alright, and the event is going to be a click event. So let me say click, and I'm going to pass a function called onClick. Alright, so what happens is that when the button is clicked, this particular method is called. So now let's define the method in our component.ts file. So here I'll say onClick. I'm going to just display a console message saying thank you for subscribing. Okay. So what happens is that I'm binding the click event to the onClick method, and every time the user clicks on this button, the message is displayed. So now let's have a look at the browser. Let's just inspect this first. Alright, in my console. Now when I click on the button, you can see the message thank you for subscribing is displayed. So this is how event binding is achieved. And lastly, let's have a look at two-way data binding. Now, two-way data binding is a mechanism where data flows from the component to the view and back. The component and view are always in sync, and the changes made on either ends will immediately update both ways. Now, two-way data binding is typically used when dealing with forms where the user input is used to update the component's state and vice versa. So let's have a look at the demo. Let me just center align this. First, let's say div style okay. Alright, so first I'm going to be creating a property, and let's just call it public value, and I'm going to just initialize it to nothing. Alright, and back in my HTML, I'm going to create an input tag of type text, and I'm going to bind the value using interpolation. All right. So basically what we're doing is that every time the user provides a value in the input box, that has to be reflected in the model as well. So we're making sure that the view and the model are in sync. And to make sure this happens, we have to make use of the ng model directive. So for that, I'm just going to provide ng model. Now, one thing to remember is that we'll have to make use of banana in a box styling for it. So first, I'm going to make use of parentheses and then square brackets. And this needs to be initialized to value. All right. So let's save this. So in the browser, when I provide a text in my input box, you can see that nothing below is being displayed. Whatever in the text box, whatever I provide in the text box needs to be displayed. But although we've used the ng model directive here, it still does not display the message. That is because ng model directive is a part of the forms module. So you'll have to go ahead and import that in your module.ts file. So here just say import forms module from Angular Forms and just provide it in your imports array. Say forms module. Save this. All right, and now let's have a look at the browser. So when I provide anything, the same is being displayed down, which means that our model and our view are in complete sync. This is how two-way data binding is achieved. So with that, we come to the end of this tutorial. I hope you understood data binding a little better. If you have any doubts or queries, let us know in the comment section below. So thank you so much for being here and watch out for more videos from us. Until then, keep learning and stay tuned to Simplilearn.
Hi there, if you like this video, subscribe to the Simplilearn YouTube channel and click here to watch similar videos. To nerd up and get certified, click here.